Speaking of cool commemorative things, Sonos is creating a commemorative pile of still working electronics that don't work, and they're in a landfill anyway. So that's pretty lame. Some of their oldest devices are no longer going to receive updates as of May 2020. So as a result, they will eventually no longer work as services continue to change because they're not going to receive updates. They're not explicitly bricking them. They're just saying, hey, they might stop working at some point. They're offering two options for affected users. Option 1, continue using these legacy products, recognizing that your system will no longer receive updates and new features, including, by the way, security updates, which have been a big problem for IoT and connected devices in general.
Yep.
Option number 2, trade up to a new Sonos product with a 30% credit for every legacy product you replace, which is all fine and good, except for one big problem. Sonos doesn't allow you to continue to use, or anyone to continue to use, the still working device that you have. They actually push an update to it that bricks it. I believe in, is it 30 days? I forget what exactly the time period is. Yeah. I think this sucks.
Yeah.
Basically, like, I understand why you don't want to support a product forever, but a speaker is something that I kind of felt like was different. In the sense that, yeah, go ahead.
Speakers and sound equipment in general are kind of that thing where, like, if your dad inherited it from his dad and then, like, gave it to you when he bought a new set or something like that.
You kind of expect it to still work.
And they're probably still really nice. Like, sound equipment does kind of stick around. So it's weird seeing them treated like a commodity.
And not just a commodity, but like disposable, even when they still work. And the problem with these speakers, and it's really highlighting an issue with smart devices in general, is that you have no control over how long they still work for. And once the company decides that they're not going to work anymore, they have no purpose whatsoever, because Sonos doesn't have just like a regular like jack in or RCA in. So they actually do get completely useless. I remember criticizing Apple back when they launched the iMac 5K for not having a monitor mode on it. What's up? This is good. So I just checked something. Sonos CEO responds to backlash. Oh, this is great. How wonderful.
That's a cool twist.
Will continue to update legacy products. So let's read this on Android Central. Sonos recently announced they would be ending following backlash. They assure us they won't be bricked in any way, also working on a way to split your system between old and current devices. So in the event that they do need to develop new features that rely on new hardware. Many of you have invested heavily. We intend to honor that investment for as long as possible. While legacy Sonos products won't get new software features, we pledge to keep them updated with bug fixes and security patches for as long as possible.
That seems entirely reasonable to me.
Okay. Work to offer an alternative solution if it runs into something core to the experience. You heard on the issue of legacy products and modern products not being able to coexist within your home, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Well, that's something. I do wonder, though, if it's just kind of delaying the inevitable. I don't wonder. I mean, it seems like it's just delaying the inevitable, and it is very frustrating to see products designed in such a way that they're eventually going to be worth nothing and useless, even though they still function. So I criticized Apple over the iMac 5K because they did away with a mode that existed on previous iMacs that allowed you to use it as a monitor at least once the hardware inside was too decrepit.
Because the screen is awesome.
Because the screen is awesome. I was like, wow, I love this screen. This thing's so great. Could I just like use it on my PC as a monitor because I don't like Mac OS? And
the most expensive monitor.
The answer was no, and it was really frustrating for me because it basically just means that thing is e-waste once you're done. And displays are terrible. Like, terrible. They're basically impossible to recycle in any meaningful way because of the way that all the layers are laminated together.